The air buzzed with excitement as everyone in the camp prepared for a special day, the marriage of Abraham and Sarah. People whispered and laughed, children ran around, and everyone waited eagerly. The ceremony was going to be beautiful, and the entire camp was decorated with colorful fabrics and fragrant flowers. It was the happiest day anyone could remember. Abraham stood near his tent, his heart pounding. He had waited so long for this moment. He had always known that Sarah was special. She was known for her beauty, grace, kindness, and wisdom. But it wasn't just her beauty or kindness that had captured his heart. It was the way she believed in him and in God's promises for them. They shared something rare and deep. Sarai was the daughter of Haran. Though her family was prominent in the city, Sarai often felt an emptiness within her, a yearning for something deeper than the idol worship that surrounded her. From a young age, Abraham also had been troubled by the idolatry of their people. While his family was engaged in the worship of many gods, Abram's heart was captivated by the idea of a singular, all-powerful creator. He sought wisdom and understanding, and he found solace in the company of Sarai, whose intelligence and compassion matched his own. As they grew older, the bond between Abram and Sarai deepened. Abram often visited Sarai's family, and during these visits, they would spend hours discussing their dreams and aspirations. Sarai admired Abram's conviction and the way he questioned the beliefs of their people. He, in turn, was enchanted by her strength of character and unwavering spirit. Despite the societal expectations of their families, a love blossomed between them, a love rooted in mutual respect and understanding. One evening, as the sun set over Ur, casting a golden hue across the land, Abram summoned the courage to speak to Sarai's father, Haran. He arrived at the household determined to ask for Sarai's hand in marriage. Haran was a respected man, known for his wisdom and influence in the community. A father should seek the best for his daughter, Abram began, his voice steady yet respectful. Sarai is dear to me, and I wish to marry her. Together we shall walk in faith and seek the truth of the God who calls to us. Haran regarded Abram thoughtfully. He admired Abram's character, but was concerned about the world they lived in, where worshiping false gods was the norm. Abram, he replied, I know you are a man of conviction, but my daughter's future is at stake. What can you offer her in this land where the worship of idols reigns supreme? I cannot promise wealth or status, Abram responded earnestly, but I can promise her love, respect, and a commitment to seek the one true God together. I believe he has a plan for us that goes beyond this city. Haran, moved by Abram's sincerity, agreed to the union, seeing the depth of feeling between them. They arranged a wedding ceremony that was a blend of cultural traditions and personal beliefs. Friends and family gathered in celebration, but as they prepared for the union, there was an undercurrent of skepticism from the surrounding community, who viewed Abram's faith as peculiar. On the day of the wedding, Sarai adorned herself in a simple yet elegant gown, her heart racing with excitement and anticipation. Abraham wanted everything to be perfect. He looked around at the decorations and the gathered friends and family, and he could barely contain his joy. Then suddenly everyone gasped and looked toward the far end of the camp. Sarah was coming. She was dressed in a simple flowing robe that shimmered as she moved, and her head was covered in a beautiful veil. As she walked, she glanced at Abraham, and he could see the smile in her eyes. It felt like the whole world had stopped as she stepped closer and closer to him. Abraham thought back to all the times they had spent together, talking under the stars about God's promises, about their dreams, and about the future they believed was coming. Today was another promise coming true. Before the ceremony began, they stood facing each other. Sarah's eyes sparkled with love, and Abraham held her hands, feeling warmth and strength in her grip. Sarah, he said, his voice full of emotion, I am honored to have you as my wife. You are more than I could have ever hoped for. And I am blessed beyond words to be yours, Sarah replied, her voice soft and filled with joy. The ceremony began, and Abraham's father, Terah, gave them blessings, calling upon the God of heaven to fill their marriage with love, peace, and faith. Friends and family also blessed them, and even people from nearby towns had come to share in the joy, for the story of Abraham and Sarah's love was well known and admired by many. As they exchanged vows, there was a deep silence as everyone watched, hanging on every word. Abraham promised to protect, love, and stand beside Sarah, no matter where their journey took them. Sarah vowed to be his companion, to trust him, and to share in his faith for the future. Each word felt as though it were a thread, binding them closer together, and by the end of their vows, there were tears in the eyes of many who had gathered. When they were finally announced as husband and wife, everyone cheered. The celebration was full of laughter, music, and dancing. Platters of dates, nuts, and bread were passed around, and honeyed wine flowed freely. Children danced in circles, and elders shared blessings and stories of love and loyalty. The whole camp seemed alive with joy, and Abraham and Sarah felt as though they were the happiest people on earth. As the night grew late, Abraham and Sarah stole a moment alone, walking just outside the camp. They looked up at the stars, the same stars that Abraham had looked at so many times, each one reminding him of the promise God had made. Hand in hand, they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. Under the wide, star-filled sky, they whispered their thanks to God for bringing them together and for the life that awaited them. And that was how the marriage of Abraham and Sarah began, with love, hope, and the endless, shining stars above. Abram and Sarai's marriage, marked by love, challenges, and faith, became the foundation of a legacy that would change the course of history. Through their union, they became the parents of a great nation, demonstrating the power of faith and the fulfillment of God's promises. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I love sharing it with you. If you did, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Also, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting historic Bible stories with hidden details revealed. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to see you in our next adventure.